Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we will discuss how we can input dimensions and write text in the different Revit views in Revit. And what we will do, we'll go to the TOF and then we will duplicate and we will rename that to TOF dash dimensions. This is a very nice way to do your job, is by always separating the different elements from each other by creating a new view to your work. What I will do, I'll select these reference plane and hide them all. Category, sections, right click and category. We can do that in visibility graphics as well if we want to as well. What we will do, we'll go over here to underlay and then make it none, so it will look like this. That would help me do my job the right way. Okay, what we will do, we'll go to annotate, and under dimensions there are plenty of dimensioning thing that we can do over here, and there is a text. This is the text that we will do as well. There are aligned and linear, but most likely all of our work will be aligned. Once you start the aligned command, there is a family of linear dimension style arrow dash 2.5 Arial, and we may touch on this family and how can we edit it in the right way. And we will start picking the grid line, the vertical grid lines, by clicking, and of course it's a 1 to 100 as a scale of the view. And once you are done, all of you have to do is to go out and just simply pick up the right place to locate the dimension series and click. Now if you zoom in, you can see that it uses certain things that for structural, with the dimensioning appearing at the top of each one. For instance, if you think that this is narrow and you want to make it outside, you can simply do that by clicking on that, and there is a blue dot over here that it will help you get the numbers outside, so it will be more easier to read the dimensions. Okay, let me just make some arrangements over here. Just pull this a little bit to the right and pull these to the right a little bit, so I will give some room for the dimensions. I'll go to align and do the same thing over here, and as you can see now, again you will locate it like this. There is a nice tool in Revit, which is if you do an align dimension from the beginning to the end, there is as if it snaps to the right place. So as you can see, this is how it's done. You can do the same thing for the vertical and the horizontal as well. This is a very nice tool to help you snap to you can see the snapping. It snaps to the right place, which is a very nice tool. Another thing that we can do, let me just pull this to the left and just get this to the left a little bit to give room for dimensions. And there are multiple things that you can do over here, but before we go on, I'd like to show you something that you can do. In linear dimension, I can edit type, I can duplicate. I'll not change the name right now, just to show you that we can do. The dimension string type here is continuous, and you can do it as a baseline. If you did as a baseline, dimension will look like this. This is another option of dimensioning if you want to. Can you see that? Starts with the first one that you picked as your baseline and then continue to measure from the different dimensions. Another thing that I would like to show you, two things, is let me add, and this is just to show you the capability of the software. Let's assume that there is a reference plane over here, something like that. It says that you can, oh, I already, all right, so I'm gonna just unhide this element category for a moment, just for a moment, and then, okay, just as to show you that we can do other things. Like if you click on the dimension over here, there is this button called, in the context tab, called Edit Witness Line. This will allow you to simply click and change the dimension as you want it. So it actually appears as an add-on that you can edit. And one of the things that you can do as well is you can hover over a dimension, press the tab key up until you see it, and then you can delete it if you want to. So manipulation of the dimension is there, and it can help you do your job as you should do. Let's hide this again so it will not actually affect our work. So there are multiple things that you can do as well. Let me continue dimensioning, or go to the annotate, go to the aligned, and then dimension the individual elements if you want to, and that would help you do your job in the best way. And put input dimensions is somehow a simple thing in Revit. It doesn't need any hassle, to be honest with you. So it would create your dimension as you wish. Of course, now if you don't like the size of the text, if you think it's big, if you think it's small, all of you have to do is to just manipulate it using the table, the family. Another type called the radial. The radial is to measure, okay, that's the snap center SC. If I hover over this, I want to locate the dimension of the center of the arc that I want to do the work with. And okay, see, it's one of the things that you can do, as long as this, is when you pick up an arc like I did. So let me just show it to you. I'll press tab key up until I see this grid line. I'll click on it. It appears as a temporary dimension. And there is here, make this temporary dimension as a dimension. And that's actually a radial dimension of doing it. Another thing is the diameter. We can do diameters. This one, and I'll get it outside in a moment. At the beginning you cannot, but if you tap over it, something like that, you click, the text is there, you can just simply pick it up and get it outside, because it will be more readable. Press the tab key up until you see the text, and you can see it like this. This is how it is done. The dimension, as I said, is a very simple thing. Let's go to one of the elevation, which is this one. This is a view that we created previously, and I will double click on it. And let me just show it as a hidden line. And what we can do over here is what we call a spot elevation. If you go to the spot elevation and you pick the top part of the slab, you're gonna see something like this. You're gonna go to the bottom, and you're going to see something like this. This is one of the two things that you can do as well in dimensioning. So let me show you how can we do text. I'll click on the text. There are multiple things in the text and the reader, whether no leader, one segment leader, two-segment leader, and a curved leader. I'll pick the third one, which is this one. And there are the justification methods. We'll discuss that in a moment. But I will go like this by clicking on the edge like this, and then this is the 3 points that you have to do. Once I do that, the edit text, which is another context tab, will be shown. It will help you to set up your text as you wish. Let me write something like different depth, to soil topology, change. Once I say close, this will be rearranged as I wish. This is one of the things that you can do. Another thing, I can add another thing over here, something like that, and say special concrete to be used here. And I'll say close. And one of the things that you can do with text, if you have multiple text like this, which is a common thing in drawings, is when you select both of them, you have a multiple align. There are for vertical and for horizontal. For instance, you can align elements right, align elements left. You can see that the right is the last word to be aligned with the last word. And if you say align left, that would be the left. That's the right. Can you see the difference? Align elements center. This is that took the center of the text and align it. And we can do it like this if you want to. Now, if I can click on that, I can rotate it, the text, and I can move it. For instance, I can move it a little bit to the left. And again, test this to be done. So this is how it will be looking like. And all right. So this is one of the things that you can do in text and different things. Now, if you click on that, there is this blue dot. If you click on it, you can make it as a multiple lines. If you want to, you can do that. The same thing over here. And again, I can move this a little bit below, and I can pick these and align them to the left or to the right as I wish. You can as well make it a left and right justification here. For instance, for this two, I'll do a right justification for the text, or a left justification for the text, or a center justification for the text. This is how I want it. So text and dimension is a straightforward thing. You can do your annotation for your drawing as easy as we did in this tutorial. Great. I'd like you to go to tutorial to the PDF file, locate tutorial 17, go to the RVT file and locate tutorial 17, and do the tutorial as I did in this video. Thank you very much.